Hi, I'm Lisa. Thank you for listening to my Epstein work. Please check out my free Epstein in Focus Substack. Some days I wonder if right will prevail. It seems the deviant, the wealthy, and the minions have one up on us. But I'm going to keep going as long as I can for the survivors. Virginia Giuffre founded a non-profit charity, SOAR. The organisation has relaunched by her American family and is dedicated to supporting, empowering, and advocating for survivors of sex trafficking, abuse, and domestic violence. It aims to provide safe and empowering spaces for survivors to share their stories, find community, and fight exploitation. So check SOAR out on social media or its website for more information. Today, we are talking about Virginia. After leaving an alleged domestic violence incident, she sought refuge on her Western Australian property. But according to her family, she faced a series of disturbing disruptions. Trigger warning: self-harm. After fleeing an ill-fated January 2025 family holiday, Virginia was staying in hotels across Perth. Her husband, Robert Giuffre, had in the meantime succeeded in obtaining a protection order against his wife of more than 20 years, which meant she could not see him or their two youngest children for 6 months. The Epstein whistleblower eventually made her way to her country property in the Western Australian wheatbelt region, where she planned to recuperate from the injuries she alleged were inflicted by her estranged spouse. But as soon as she arrived at her dark brick home, family members say Virginia experienced a series of disruptions affecting her phone, internet, insurance, and utilities such as electricity. The semi-rural farm was located in Neargabby, about an hour north from Perth. The mum of 3 realised she had no access to any of her home utility accounts. In the weeks after arriving at the property, Virginia's world appeared to shrink. First came the loss of her access to communications and utilities, then social media accounts. Later, her private health insurance had been stopped. Even the policy ensuring the protection on her home no longer listed her as an account holder. Her American family said these problems left her increasingly disconnected from the outside world. According to The Age and SMH Investigates, Virginia podcast, not long after she moved here full-time, things started to go wrong. This is her brother, Sky. Virginia's electricity and phone and all that was cut off at one point, and her internet at the ranch, we couldn't even touch base with her. It scared the hell out of us. Virginia suddenly found herself locked out of many of her social media. Here's Amanda, Virginia's sister-in-law, and she went to the police and told them that she was locked out of her Facebook accounts. She had to create new passwords. That's how she used to talk to us, is through Messenger. In Virginia's diary notes from that time, given to us by her family, she talked about the impact of losing access to her Telstra phone account. I'm unable to receive or make calls or texts, so I can no longer be in contact with my mental and physical health providers, any constables and lawyers, including family and friends. When Virginia had to go to hospital, she found out her health insurance had stopped. Her carer, Cheryl, said that when a pipe burst at the house, she contacted the insurance company, but Virginia's name had been removed. This isolation was not only emotional, but also physical. Living on the wheatbelt property, Virginia was hours from Perth, relying heavily on phones and the internet to stay connected with family across the globe and to manage ongoing medical and legal issues. Losing those lifelines made the remoteness of her much-loved property even more acute. The practical consequences were accompanied by an emotional toll. Every new obstacle meant another problem to solve at a time when Virginia was already coping with physical injuries, legal proceedings, and separation from her children. According to the podcast, her diary notes also reveal Virginia fretted about security. She wanted access to the CCTV system at the farm. He needs to sign over the security and door keypad information to me so I can pay my bills and keep everything safe, as I do not want him on my property. Robert has the only access to the video recording at the ranch. I do not want to be watched by him. I used to be watched by Epstein's hidden cameras, so it is extremely triggering for me. He refused to give me the ability to access the video. It was at her farm that Virginia took her last breaths on April 25th, 2025. The Epstein whistleblower died by suicide. Domestic violence expert Heather Douglas said there were approximately 15 female suicides a week in Australia, and research showed a quarter to a half of these women have experienced domestic violence. Thank you for listening.